Hello friends. So I was just hoping that you had learned something good in the last class and you have enjoyed a lot. So using just simple images, you have made some dynamic scene that you did in the last class, and you have learned about like how to animate some PNG images. Apart from this, you have learned a lot of like interesting things of placing the things and to make the scene more realistic. Apart from this, you have also learned about like how to add a bit of like masking to make more desired output. And now when you try to play it, you can see you can play it perfectly like this. Now later on, I will explain you about like how you can control the speed gradually, so that if you want your zoom to just don't like stop abruptly like this. If you want them to stop very slowly, there are some interesting option of doing that. Okay, but before that, you have to understand what is graph and how graph will helpful for you. I just wanted to give you a bit of hint. Like I wanted to change the animation of this spaceship. The same animation I have to change for like a spaceship blue also and spaceship blue.png2 also. I don't want to do that. So in this condition, what you can do, you can select both the spaceship 2 and blue 2, spaceship blue and spaceship blue 2. So these are the light effects that you have just added. Press U, so you will be able to see all the number of key position animation and skill animation. Remove those animations and make your main object or a main spaceship as a parent. So what this will helpful for you, if you do any sort of a change in the animation of your spaceship, it directly reflect on all the number of things which are being a part of that spaceship, we can say child parenting. Okay, so that really helpful for you to understand like what would be the size and the shape and what you are going to be changed in this we can say keys option for the spaceship. Okay, so what I am going to change is that especially for the zoom in part, not for the position, select this and click on this option which is called graph. If you are a bit confusing in adding the things, what I suggest, you can just right click on this bar and remove any of this like graph options. Remove edit graph and remove like reference graph also, and remove this value graph also. So you will at least able to view one graph that is called edit value graph. So I don't want to like change anything else. Like I just turn off this show reference graph. Now this value graph will give me an option that on the timeline the value is decreasing from here onward to here onward. The initial scaling was 100. The original scaling of this object is 100, but I started from 500 to 100 scaling. Now drag the scaling, and I want this scaling to gradually slow down. So you have this tangent option. Just put this tangent a bit on a downward like this. So what happened, like it just decreased down, and from here onward it start decreasing very slowly up to this. Same I can do with the position parameter also. In this position, if you select this position, if you right click and you do have only value graph, you can select and add a tangent from the downward direction. So it got a bit slow. And now after doing this, if you just turn this off and try to play, you can see your animation starts from here onward and gradually it slow down, and you don't find any sort of a jerk while it is stopping. It is stopping very smoothly, something like this. So in this way you can create some interesting animation for your scene. So I have again add some outstanding output for my scene. So if you want to increase the overall duration, not up to 10 seconds, up to 20, 30, 40, 50, you can do anything, whatever you want. Okay, how will you do that? I will explain you later on, but not at this moment. Try to make all the like initial animations or initial like visual effects of projects up to like 10, 20 and 50, 30 seconds, not more than that, because that is the sufficient duration to do the practice, and also that is the sufficient duration if you wanted to create your showreel. Okay, don't work on like a very heavy scene or a very heavy duration or a long duration scenes, because it would be pretty tough for you to control the overall sequences, and up to 10 seconds or 20 or 30 seconds you can easily control the things. Now copy this hue saturation by selecting this hue effect. Just copy this and paste it to the below available cloud like this. So you will able to get some dark flow for the cloud. Okay, like this. Now if you turn on the rest of the things, you will be able to see that smoke in the sky. Hope you understand up to this level, and now you are able to create two different sort of like visual effects scene. First, that is like airplane scene, and second would be your spacecraft or a space scene from the spacecraft. And you have learned about like how to make a complete earth, how you can work on like blending modes, and then you have learned about like how to do a child and parenting for your scene. So these are the things that you have learned into this particular sequence. Let's move towards the next one and learn something awesome one more time. Thanks a lot. Till then, bye bye all.